A series of non-ferrous metal. Next is copper and its alloys. After aluminum and titanium we have discussed, now it is copper and its alloys. Copper is one of the comparatively plentiful methods and has been used by human beings for thousands of years. It is easily identified by its reddish color and by the green and blue colors of its oxides and salts. It is very ductile in the annealed state but hardens with cold working. Before the discovery and development of aluminum as a useful metal, copper was used for tubing and in many other applications where aluminum is used today. Copper is one of the widely distributed metals. It is the only reddish colored metal and in second only to silver in electrical conductivity. Its use as a structural material is limited because of its great weight. However, some of the outstanding characteristics such as its high electrical and heat conductivity in many cases overwhelms the weight factor. Because it is very malleable and ductile, copper is ideal for making wire. It is corroded by salt water but is not affected by fresh water. The ultimate tensile strength of copper varies greatly for cast copper and copper. The tensile strength is about 25,000 psi, and when cold rolled or cold drawn, its tensile strength increases to a range of 40,000 to 67,000 psi. In aircraft, copper is used primarily in the electrical system for bus bars, bondings, and as lock wire. Beryllium copper is one of the most successful of all the copper base alloys. It is recently developed after containing about 97% copper, 2% beryllium and sufficient nickel to increase the percentage of elongation. The most valuable feature of this metal is that the physical properties can be greatly stepped up by the heat treatment. The tensile strength rising from 70,000 psi in the annealed state to 2 lakh psi in the heat treated state. The resistance of beryllium copper to fatigue and wear makes it suitable for diaphragms, precision bearings and bushing ball gauges and spring washers. Brass is a copper alloy containing zinc and small amounts of aluminum, iron, lead, manganese, magnesium, nickel, phosphorus and tin. Brass with a zinc content of 30 to 35% is very ductile, but that containing 45% has relatively high strength. Muj metal is a brass composed of 60% copper and 40% zinc. It has excellent corrosion resistant qualities in salt water. Its strength can be increased by heat treatment. As cast, this metal has an ultimate tensile strength of 50,000 psi and it can be elongated 18%. It is used in making bolts and nuts as well as parts that comes in contact with salt water. Red brass, sometimes termed bronze because of its tin content, is used in fuel and wildline fittings. This metal has good castings and finishing properties and machines freely. Because our copper alloys containing tin, the true bronzes have up to 25% tin, but those with less than 11% are more useful, especially for such items as tube fittings in aircraft. Among the copper alloys are the copper, aluminum alloys, of which the aluminum bronzes rank very high in aircraft uses. They would find greater usefulness in structures if it were not for their strength to weight ratio as compared with alloy steels. Wrought aluminum bronzes are almost as strong as and ductile as medium carbon steel, and they possess a high degree of resistance to corrosion by air, salt, water and chemicals. They are rarely forged, hot or cold rolled, and many react to heat treatment. The copper-based alloys contain up to 16% of aluminum in bracket usually 5 to 11%, to which other metals such as iron, nickel or manganese may be added. Aluminum bronzes have good tearing qualities, great strength, hardness and resistance to both shock and fatigue. Because of these properties, they are used for diaphragms, gears and pumps. Aluminum bronzes are available in rods, bars, plates, seats, strips and forgings. Cast aluminum bronzes using about 89% copper, 9% aluminum and 2% of other elements have high strength combined with ductility and are resistant to corrosion, shock and fatigue. Because of these properties, cast aluminum bronze is used in bearings and pump parts. These alloys are useful in area exposed to salt water and corrosive gases. Manganese bronze is an exceptionally high strength, tough, corrosion resistant copper zinc alloy containing aluminum, manganese, iron and occasionally nickel or tin. This metal can be formed, extruded, drawn or rolled to any desired shape. In rod form, it is generally used for machine parts, for aircraft landing gears and brackets. Silicon bronze is a more recent development composed of about 95% copper, 3% silicon and 2% manganese, zinc, iron, tin and aluminum. Although most not a bronze in the true sense because of its small tin content. Silicon bronze has high strength and great corrosion resistance. A technician finding that a part must be made should make sure to use the correct alloy as specified by the manufacturer. Monel is also a non-ferrous metal. Monel is the leading high nickel alloy, combines the properties of high strength and excellent corrosion resistance. This metal consists of 68% nickel, 29% copper, 0.2% iron, 1% manganese and 1.8% of other elements. It cannot be hardened by heat treatment. Monel adaptable to casting and hot or cold working. Can be successfully welded. It has working properties similar to those of steel. When forged and annealed, it has a tensile strength of 80,000 psi. This can be increased by cold working to 125,000 psi, sufficient for classification among the tough alloys. Monel has been successfully used for gears and chains to operate retractable landing gears and for structural parts subject to corrosion. In aircraft, Monel is used for parts demanding both strength and high resistance to corrosion in brackets such as exhaust manifolds and carburetor needle valves and sleeves. Now K-Monel. K-Monel is a non-ferrous alloy containing mainly nickel, copper and aluminum. It is produced by adding a small amount of aluminum to the Monel formula. It is corrosion resistant and capable of being hardened by heat treatment. K-Monel has been successfully used for gears and structural members in aircraft, which are subjected to corrosive attack. This alloy is non-magnetic at all temperatures. K-Monel sheet has been successfully welded by both oxyacetylene and electric arc welding. Now next is magnesium, which is also a non-ferrous alloy, non-ferrous metals. Now magnesium and magnesium alloys. Magnesium, the world's lightest structural metal, is silvery white material weighing only 2/3 of as much as aluminum. Magnesium does not possess sufficient strength strength in its pure state for structural uses. But when alloyed with zinc, aluminum and manganese, it produces an alloy having the highest strength to weight ratio of any of the commonly used metals. Magnesium is probably more widely distributed in nature than any other metal. It can be obtained from such ores as dolomite and magnesite and from seawater, underground brines and waste solution of potash. With over 10 million pounds of magnesium in 1 cubic mile of seawater, there is no danger of a dwindling supply. Some of today's aircraft requires in excess of 1/2 ton of this metal for use in hundreds of vital spots. Some wing panels are fabricated entirely from magnesium alloy, weight 18% less than standard aluminum panels, and have flown hundreds of satisfactory hours. Among the aircraft parts that have been made from magnesium with a substantial saving in weight are nose wheel doors, flap cover skin, aileron cover skin, oil tanks, floorings, fuselage part, wing tips, engine nacelle, instrument panels, radio mast, hydraulic fluid tanks, oxygen bottle cases, ducts and seats. Magnesium alloy possesses good casting characteristics. Their properties compare favorably with those of cast aluminum. In forging, hydraulic presses are ordinarily used, although under certain conditions forging can be accomplished in mechanical presses or with drop hammers. Magnesium alloys are subject to such treatment as annealing, quenching, solution heat treatment, aging and stabilizing. Seat and plate magnesium are annealed at the rolling mill. The solution heat treatment is used to put as much of the alloying ingredients as possible into solid solution, which results in high tensile strength and maximum ductility. Aging is applied to castings following heat treatment where maximum hardness and yield strength are desired. Magnesium embodies fire hazards of an unpredictable nature. When in large section, its high thermal conductivity makes it difficult to ignite and prevents it from burning. It will not burn until the melting point is reached, which is 1204 degree Fahrenheit. However, magnesium dust and fine chips are ignited easily. Precaution must be taken to avoid this if possible. Should a fire occur, it can be extinguished with an extinguishing powder such as powdered soapstone or graphite powder. Or water or any standard liquid or foam fire extinguisher cause magnesium to burn more rapidly and can cause explosions. Magnesium alloy produced in the United States consists of magnesium alloy with varying proportions of aluminum, manganese and zinc. These alloys are designated by a letter of the alphabet with the letter 1 indicating high purity and maximum corrosion resistance. Many of the magnesium alloys manufactured in this country are produced by the Dow Chemical Company and have been given the trade name of Dow Metal Alloys. To distinguish between these alloys, each is assigned a letter. Thus we have Dow Metal J, Dow Metal M and so forth. Another manufacturer of magnesium alloy is the American Magnesium Corporation, a subsidiary of the Aluminum Company of America. This company uses an identification system similar to that used for aluminum alloys, with the exception that magnesium alloy numbers are preceded with the letter AM, capital AM. Thus, capital AM C240C is a cast alloy and capital AM two four zeros, capital C4 is the same alloy in the heat treated state. Capital AM3, capital SO is an anneal wrought alloy, and AM3 capital SRT is the same alloy rolled after heat treatment.